Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome to another episode of F1 Manager Challenge Mode. I am trying to put a little shield, a little shroud around my microphone because I've got the fan on, and I'm hoping there won't be any background noise from the fan, or limited as much as possible, but it is still a bit warm and I am struggling in the heat. So hopefully the noise won't be too bad tonight. I have messed around a little bit with the gain on the microphone, so if you can't hear me very clearly, or if there's too much background noise, please do let me know and I will try and make some adjustments. If I have to turn the fan off, I have to turn the fan off, but we'll see what happens. Right, before we get started, just want to address one quick thing. I am okay. There was an attack here in Nottingham earlier today. And it was actually quite close to where I live, or part of it was. So I was, I'm not affected by that in any way, but obviously the people who are, thoughts go out to them. But yes, the attack that happened, not involved, not affected. I'm okay. Right, microphone is a bit distant. Let me try turning up the gain. Alright, how's that? Is that any better? Do I come through a bit clearer now? Right, anyway, pressing on. We are here for round 13 at the Hungaroring, which is the last race before the summer break. I don't think we have... Oh yes, we do. We have a new upgrade going on the car tomorrow, as you can see, a new suspension design. So that will hopefully give us a little bit more performance going into this Grand Prix. And then we've got a nice long break before Spa, where we will have a new minor front wing for that race as well. So that'll be good. We've also got a board assessment right after this Grand Prix. Yeah, we'll see how things go tonight. We had a very, very comfortable race in France. We worked the strategy really well. We were patient. We waited for our opportunity. And then we pounced on it when we had it. And then we were able to control the race from that point onwards, with a little bit of help from some of the AI holding each other up behind us. But yeah, we came through that pretty comfortably. So fingers crossed we can have something similar here. This is another track where overtaking can be tricky, but this is a very different type of circuit. Let's have a quick look at the circuit plan. Notebook is flipping over the pages in the fan. I'll have to correct that in a second. There we go. So you can see it's quite a lot of low speed corners. Now obviously this would have been a real problem for us a couple of races ago, but we got our new floor at France, and that made a big difference to our dirty air performance, to the point where we were actually very competitive in dirty air, which was nice. It was able and allowed us to really follow quite closely, and that is definitely going to be crucial. Getting a good run up to the DRS detection point at the end of the lap, and then exiting that first corner into the second DRS straight, and then going through turn 3 into the fast high-speed section going back up the hill. That is definitely something that we need good traction through, good launch speeds, and the ability to follow closely. So yeah, hopefully we'll do reasonably well. Our car, in terms of performance, we'll have a look at that in a moment. We've got a new part to fit first, so let's go ahead and get that done. Evening, Mr. Water, good to see you. So, let's have a look at that new suspension. Let's go to manufacture, suspension, there it is. And that's going to give us quite a nice little top speed boost there. It's going to boost our acceleration, our cornering performance, our DRS is going to get a boost, our brakes will get a little bit of a boost, our dirty air performance will also get a little bit of a boost. That's quite a nice upgrade, look at that. I'm liking that. So, we can't manufacture these normally. Even if we do a normal one, it's still going to not be ready until practice, so we're going to have to emergency manufacture 2 of those and then we'll go ahead and we'll also rush manufacture a spare part as well. There we go. So let's get those fitted to the car. No, not chassis, suspension. There we go. Not design. Change. There we go. Install on car 1 and on car 2. Let me check. We've got enough spare parts everywhere else as well. Probably should have done that earlier. Suspension we know about, that's coming. We are good on underfloors, good on rear wings, front wings, got a spare chassis as well. Don't need spare side pods because they rarely ever get damaged. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Do I want to do a new car part development? Might be able to squeeze something in before Spa. Let's have a quick look. We've got 41 days until the next ATR period, and what do I have remaining in terms of upgrades? 2 minor floors, a major and a minor side pods, 2 minor rear wings, a major and a minor front wing, and 2 minor chassis. I think we looked at chassis, and I don't think we can actually get an improvement on chassis. Oh, we've got one in progress anyway. Maybe rear wing. Can we possibly improve the rear wing? I don't think. No, I think rear wing is pretty much at its limit. We can improve our grip in the corners, but we're going to affect everything else. We're going to lose some speed, and we're going to lose DRS performance. We're going to hurt our clean air, low performance. So a new rear wing is out. What about a minor underfloor? Again, I think we might be kind of at the limit on this. We're going to get some more drag if we do one of these. It's going to have a big negative effect on the car. So we can't really do another underfloor either. What about side pods? Side pods we might be able to improve. We'll have the time for the side pods as well. Still really bad on airflow. Look, it's still 19th. But we can get an improvement with the side pods. So let's go ahead and do a minor side pods. We've got 41 days until the next ATR period. But when is Spa? Spa is 31 days. I can go 5 engineers, and I can get that in 40 days. I can't get this in time for Spa unless I make some sacrifices. So, if I were to sacrifice a little bit like that, that would get me to 38 days. If I take a bit of this off, that gets me to 35 days. I don't know if I'm going to be able to squeeze one of these on in time, and if I am I going to make any real gains? Really? Minor gains, perhaps. I could do that, and that will... Well, there we go. We can get that on race day for Spa. It will give me a little bit of boost to my cornering performance, a very small boost to engine cooling, a minimal boost to speed. Is it really worth it? I don't think it's worth it. Okay. So, let's see. Well, let's go ahead and just do a minor side pod. We're not going to get it in time for the next Grand Prix, that much we know. But that will give us a little bit of a better boost. I can actually take a little bit of drag off there, do that, to try and improve our airflow performance a little bit. I do kind of want to boost our engine cooling as much as possible. If I do that, get my engine cooling up to third. That will take 48 days. If I add in extra engineers, I can get that to 35 days. And while we won't get it for Spa, we will have it for Zandvoort. So let's go ahead and do that instead. Okay, there we go. Right. Time to advance. Let's go to our performance targets. Let's take a look at our car overall before we do that, because we haven't done that for a couple of races. So that's where we stand right now. Good speed, very good speed. Excellent performance in clean and dirty air. Excellent DRS performance. Brake cooling and engine cooling could be a little bit better, but they're acceptable. Let's compare our car against the competition, starting as always with the team that we're in direct competition with right now, which is Red Bull. Their car is a little bit quicker than ours by about 0.2 kilometers an hour, slightly better acceleration. We do have the edge on them in cornering performance though, as you can see, and it's not an insignificant amount. That is actually quite nice to see. Our DRS is slightly slow in terms of speed, but the same in terms of acceleration. We have a definite advantage, a very big advantage actually, in dirty air performance over them, which is really nice to see. Their dirty air performance not the best, but they do have much better cooling than us, so their brakes will be good, so they're unlikely to make too many locking up mistakes. Let's take a look at Mercedes. Slow car in terms of top speed, but very quick in the acceleration, good in the low and medium speed stuff, not so good in the high speed. Not really going to hurt them too badly at this circuit, the lack of high speed performance, although top speed isn't great. Their dirty air performance is strong though, so yeah, they are going to be a problem at parts of this Grand Prix. McLaren are definitely going to be a problem in this Grand Prix. They've got a quickish car. Acceleration isn't the greatest, but look at their low speed performance, very strong, as well as their medium speed in both clean and dirty air. High speed again, not really that much of an issue at this circuit, not going to really hurt them too bad. Their DRS isn't amazing and their brakes are terrible, but yeah, they are going to be a force to be reckoned with at some point in this Grand Prix. Let's take a look at Alpine. Alpine have been doing well recently. Not the greatest in the low speed, but medium and high speed is strong. Again, high speed's not really a factor in this Grand Prix too much, but going forward it will be good, especially at the next circuit at Spa. Their speed's decent, as is their DRS. Good low speed and medium speed in the dirty air. They could be a bit tricky. Let's have a look at Ferrari. Ferrari's car just doesn't seem to get that much better. Every time we look at it, it just seems to be terrible. Very bad speed, very bad acceleration, awful low speed performance. Not great in the high speed. Their medium speed's pretty rubbish as well. Average to poor DRS, terrible dirty air performance. But they do have nice brakes and nice engine cooling, so they've got something going for them, I suppose. Not really going to be too much of a factor in this Grand Prix, I think. So it looks as though our biggest challenges are going to be obviously Red Bull, followed by Mercedes and McLaren, possibly Alpine. I think Ferrari are going to be scrapping with Alpine, may even be a little bit slower than Alpine. We shall see. Right, so performance targets for this Grand Prix, given what we've seen and how good our car is looking. Qualifying position, 1 in the top 8. It should be straightforward and easy enough to do. We're going to go 2 in the top 10 in Q3, 2 in Q2. Finish position, 1 in the top 8. Again, should be straightforward and easy to do. We're going to go for the fastest lap. New finish position streak is starting. 2 in the top 10 for 4 races. Should be able to do that. Quali streak, get 2 in the top 10 for 5 races. Just need to do that 2 more times, and we've got that streak done. I think we're ready. Let's go to Hungary.
The Hungaroring is abuzz with excitement as Formula One returns to Hungary for another round. We first came here in 1986 after construction on this purpose-built motorsport facility was completed. The Hungaroring is one challenging succession of corners and turns. With few straights, it's affectionately known as the go-kart circuit. Drivers will have to find a proper rhythm to make the most of the layout. And for cars, low-speed downforce will be paramount. We're about halfway through the season now, and there's still plenty of time for everything to change. All eyes are on the teams and how they tackle the rest of the year. The competition is on.
Yes, I am muted again. I muted the mic to reposition. I muted the pad at the same time to reposition the little paper shroud I've put around the microphone to try and block out the fan noise. And I forgot to unmute the pad after unmuting the mic. My bad. Yes, if you can go ahead and remind me, Mr. Water, at the end of the stream to go ahead and download the demo. I completely forgot to do it. If you say it's good, I'm definitely looking forward to giving that a crack. Right, what do I need for setup? I'm going to go with one of the setups we had in the final season of Williams, actually. We'll give that a try. Let's go a 9, a 14.5, a 1.9, a 3.2, and a 0.95. This is one that we added to the book at the end of our Williams career. So we'll give that a try on Freddie's car. And let's have a look at Felipe. We definitely want a 1.9 on this car as well, by the look of it. We'll go a little different. We'll go with my only other 1.9 setup is a 9.15. There we go. 1.9, 14.5. No, I'm looking at the wrong thing. 1.9, 3.45, and a 1. There we go. Alright, off to practice.
Ready to check?
Oh, nuts! I've just realised I forgot to swap out engine parts. Too late to do it now. Hopefully we don't do anything stupid and damage the parts that are in the car. Driver's looking very, very close in terms of lap time. Very close indeed, look at that. Literally just a couple of thousandths between them.
there's a spin!
Oh, Verstappen makes a mistake. I'm going to watch that.
Here's the replay. Now here we see Max Verstappen. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
It would have been nice if he'd wrecked
just
the
gone.
car, damaged some parts, taken a penalty. Never mind.
That's going to be a big blow
We'll
to
make
the
do with
team.
that. Feedback for Freddie is not great. 75%. Okay, so the 14.5 setup is probably wrong. I've got the feeling as well that it's going to be a 15 rear wing and maybe a 2.8 or even a 3.7 on the roll bar. So yeah, that's definitely going to need changing. What about Felipe?
How's the balance?
96%. Very good. That's just a little bit of tweaking needed. So I was reading an article on I think Xbox Wire last night because it was about City Skylines, and just reading through an interview, or the article was interviewing the lead developer for the game, saying that with Cities 2 they built it with console players in mind from the very beginning. Obviously the first game they built it for PC and then they ported it over and had to make adjustments. The PC and console version of City 2 is essentially going to be identical in every way. Layouts, the whole thing has been designed with console players very much the focus, so that any change that they make, it's using exactly the same base code. So the UI is going to be identical, whereas there's differences between PC and console on the current version. The way the game handles things is going to be exactly the same. That is really amazing news. I just hope that they consider putting in mouse and keyboard support as well. I just think, I mean, again, they've designed it around the controller, so maybe the controls are going to be really, really intuitive this time around for the controller. I mean, they kind of work really well for the current version, but they could be better. They do get frustrating when you're trying to do fine-tuning. A mouse would make that a little bit easier, but maybe the new version won't need mouse support. You know, it would be something that would be nice to have, but not necessary. So I'm encouraged by that. That is definitely very good news. Let's pull that back to there. I am going to need to go to a 3.7 by the look of it. I might even need to go to a 10 on the front wing. Yeah, we're going to go with that. 10, 15, 3.7, 2.75.1. See how that works. The way they were describing the way how some of the things are going to interact as well. There's a lot of stuff it's hard for me to try and recall what was said, but if you can find the article, go find it. It really does list a lot of exciting sounding things. I think I just oh, there we go. Thought I'd lost my headphones for a second then. So yeah, I'm a lot more confident about the state of. I wasn't really, unconfident, but I'm a lot more comfortable with the sound of some of the improvements than I was because I got more information now. It does sound like it's shaping up to be very, very good. It's going to be a lot more in depth as well. And it's going to be huge as well, like 40. I think it was like something like 440 tiles or something stupid like that, or something. A huge amount of tiles. So I think the tiling is perhaps going to be different sizes, but any tile can be accessed at any point as well, so you don't have to have them automatically connected up. You don't have to buy one that's neighbouring another tile. You can just buy any tile you want at any point, by the sound of it. So you can start off creating a small little village or town on one part of the map and then just move a good chunk of the map over and build another part there to connect it up to it. build a huge area at the far end of the map opposite from where you are now. I like the sound of that. You can approach planning a bit more organically rather than just kind of being shoehorned into a starting location and having to build in a very constricted way. I don't know about mouse and keyboard support. I'm just wondering. I know that F1 Manager 23 is going to have mouse and keyboard support for console. That is something that was confirmed on the live stream, which they finally uploaded to YouTube today, but I actually watched the Twitch replay a few days ago. So that's good news as well. I don't know if I will break out my mouse for that, but I will certainly think about it. I've got a USB mouse somewhere in a drawer, so yeah, I might consider that. I've got a USB keyboard as well, so I might try it just to see what it's like. But I mean, the controls are decent for the controller on this game, but you know, the hardest or the most frustrating is when you want to check on the driver. You've got to do this, and you've got to scroll through the whole list of drivers to get to the one you want, and then scroll like that, where obviously you can kind of shortcut to your own drivers. But it'd be nice to be able to just click on the one you want to see straight away. So mouse and keyboard for F1 Manager 23 is definitely going to be nice. 5th and 10th on your McLaren file. Which race, Anthony? Which circuit you racing at? Or which one did you race at? Uh, 90% for Felipe. We've actually gone backwards on his car. That's not so good. Still the first season, but at Silverstone. Okay, so you're going to Austria next. That's a good recovery from 18th to 10th on Silverstone. Can be a tricky circuit to make up ground. We have got a couple of penalties. We'll check on all of those at the end of the next session. Before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and swap out those car parts. I mean, they're kind of a bit run down as it is, but I am wanting to run them in this race. So I want to try and keep the wear to an absolute minimum if I can. Don't think I can get away with it. Oh yeah, I can. I can get 2 more sessions out of that gearbox. Right, this car is almost done. Just need to tweak the toe, and that'll do it. However, we actually went the wrong way with Felipe. We damaged the performance of the car, tweaking the setup the way we did. So, yeah, a bit of work is needed here. I'm going to pull that back that way. Let's have a look. That's gone in the opposite direction to where it needs to go, so that should be correct. I'm hoping that's going to undo the damage and maybe even find the missing performance. So we'll try that. We're going to go with a 28 lap run on this stint. We're going to go with the mediums. Fuel is good. Drop the pace. There we go. Same for Freddie. 28 laps on mediums. There we go. And session we go.
Radio check. Radio check.
Oh, you went medium, soft. Yeah. If you've got you've got enough pace to be able to pull that off, then that is definitely a good strategy to go with. These headphones are definitely starting to go a little bit. I'm going to have to get my big headset. I'm going to mute myself for a moment. Okay. Can everyone hear me again? You got pace over everyone apart from Ferrari, Red Bull, and on power Mercedes. Okay. How you getting on with Fernbus Simulator, Mr. Water? Leclerc showing a bit of pace. What tyres is he on? He's on softs, same as Hamilton. Verstappen's up there as well. Norris isn't too far off. Leclerc showing more pace than I was expecting. I wonder if he's running better engine this race. Let's have a look. It's newish. It's not brand new, but it's newish. How does it play to in comparison to Bus Simulator? Because I mean, I tried the first Bus Simulator and I just felt underwhelmed. I kind of lost interest in it pretty quickly. Is it a better experience than that?
How does it feel?
Someone's run wide.
Look how close the top part of the grid is there. Joe's out of position. That's on hard tyres as well. Where did that Williams pace come from?
Sounds like we've had a spin.
Looking pretty good for Freddie and Felipe. Both through the session, no dramas. Good progress made on track knowledge. Car setups are both dialed in at 100%. Just got to get through the final session now. Genuinely curious as to what our pace is going to be like with the new upgrade. I might have to have a look at it then, because I think that was the biggest problem I had with Bus Simulator, was it just felt too small.
Sounds like a spin. Welcome back to...
Alright, final session. We will go with 25 laps of fuel. Should be enough. There we go.
Radio check.
Oh, has anyone seen Farah? I haven't seen him for about a week now. He normally never misses one of our Formula One streams, and I haven't seen him in over a week. You didn't break out the banhammer again, did you, Mr. Water? Bashed him over the head with the spanner. Maybe the Hamilton fan club tracked him down. It's a mystery. We should start watching social media sites for, a video of him tied to a chair, pronouncing his love for Lewis Hamilton with the Union Jack behind him.
Someone spun out. I think someone's run wide.
Oh, we've had a crash. It's not one of our boys, that's good. Who was it?
We've had a crash.
Oh, Vettel. Well, you say he's all right, and he's just playing some train sim, but how do you know it's not someone logged into his account, making it look like he's okay, and he really is tied up in a basement somewhere, being re-educated in the ways of Lewis Hamilton. Farah, if you can hear me, next time you're on camera somewhere, if you need help, blink SOS. We will pick it up in Morse code. Alright, we are done with practice. We just got to run the clock out now. Drivers are set and ready.
There's been a crash.
Seeing perhaps more of an understanding of actual pace. Bottas with a bit of a wobble there. But Bottas looking very quick. The Mercedes showing some form, although Russell's way off the pace. He's on hard tyres though. Verstappen looking pretty quick on hards. The McLarens are up there. The Alpines are up there with the Ferraris, which is kind of what I was expecting. You know, where's Perez? Perez is on hards as well. So it looks as though my predictions for how qualifying is going to go in terms of the teams we've got to worry about is ringing true. Let's see what kind of pace we've got on worn engines. Right, so Bottas has a penalty. That's good. That takes him out of the immediate equation, as does Tsunoda and Vettel. So those two won't really have an impact on us. Right, let's put the other parts back in the car. So we're going to go with our 67% engines for this Grand Prix. ERS modules are going to get swapped over. There we go. I'm expecting to see some big performance jumps from some of these teams at Spa. So we want to maximise today if we can, but I don't want to sacrifice a new engine to do that. Let's go with better gearboxes. There we go. And we are ready to start qualifying.
Radio check.
So just the one run to get us through. A 1:15. A couple of tenths off Norris. Maybe we are going to have to change the engine. It's enough to get us through this session. We'll see how we do in Q2, but we might need to put better engines in for Q3. Really don't want to do that, but Leclerc's actually quicker than I was expecting. Alright, so Albon stays in 18th. Field is quite tight here. Verstappen jumps up, Bottas jumps up, but we haven't got to worry about Bottas. We're still just 1,000th of a second ahead of Hamilton. Maybe we'll be alright then. I thought maybe we were going to be a bit further off the pace, given all, you know, how quick Lando was, but I wasn't expecting him to actually top the session. Alright, maybe we'll stick with these engines then. So, Q2. Same tyres. Again, should be enough. We'll wait till the end of the session.
Radio check. Radio check.
This time it's Verstappen setting the pace. 1:15.0 is what we did last time out. That was on fresh tyres though. There goes Norris, a couple of tenths faster again. Norris is looking quick for this race. Alright, who's in front of Felipe? Is that Ferrari? No, that is Hamilton, I think. Okay, that's okay. That's alright. Vesti's got an Alpine in front of him. Might be able to get a slipstream off him. So here we go then, to get through to Q2. I'm expecting us to be sort of midway up the top 10 here, somewhere around about 6th, 7th, that kind of region, because we are running scrubs against news. But we should still have enough pace in hand to get through. Sector time indicators here are completely irrelevant. We haven't set a lap yet, so all we know is that we're setting personal bests, which isn't hard. Right now. Once again, we have no idea whether those are competitive against the AI or not, although that's a good indicator. Going purple in the middle, that's a very good indicator. Freddie comes up to the line. And it's enough for second, just a 10th off. That's very good. Right, Felipe. Felipe goes third. Very good stuff. Bottas jumps in between the two of us again. He's going to have a penalty in the next session. Verstappen just squeaks ahead of Norris. We're there or thereabouts. Alright, so who's out? Gasly, Joe, Magnussen, Ocon and Ricciardo. Wow, both the Alpines are out. Did not see that coming. Both the Ferraris are through. Didn't see that coming either, but it's close, look. Just 4/10 separating first to 10th. This is going to be a very interesting race. And it could make it tricky for Bottas to work his way through, depending on how big a penalty he's got. Right, new tyres for this final race session, this final qualifying session. And again, we'll wait till the end.
Radio check.
Let's see what kind of time we have to contend with. 14.8 from Norris. Verstappen fractionally slower. And Sainz, Russell, Leclerc, Hamilton, Perez. I don't think we've got quite enough for pole position. Will be tight though. And yes, we have one of those people in the neighbourhood. I've got a bike with a really loud exhaust. Let me rev the engine repeatedly. And he set car alarms off again. Ugh. It's not the first time that's happened. So, starting our hot lap. Both drivers with plenty of clean air and also a big gap to the cars in front, so if there is a yellow flag it shouldn't affect us. If a red flag happens, we're screwed. But I think I've only ever seen one red flag here, and that was a multi-car crash. So a red flag, highly unlikely. Whereas Jeddah, for example, much more likely to get a red flag there. This is where Freddie was really quick in the middle session. Went purple. Let's see, can he do it again? Brand new tyres this time. Yes, he can. And Felipe goes even quicker. This is encouraging. This is going to be front row for one of our two drivers. Norris, 1:14.7, he improved. Vesti goes fourth. What about Felipe? Goes second. There we go. With Bottas, with that penalty, that does mean that Freddie will start on the second row in fourth place, alongside Max behind his teammate. So, there we go, second and fourth. That's pretty good. Norris is looking quick. He is the pace setter this weekend. There we see final confirmation of the grid order. Norris, then Felipe, Bottas with that penalty. If it's just 3 places, then that's going to drop him down to 6th and will promote Max, Freddie and Lewis. If it's a 10-place penalty, that's going to drop him down above Joe but behind Magnussen, and everyone else there will move up. Perez not on the pace at all. Half a second off, as is Russell. So maybe Mercedes aren't going to be the threat that I thought they were. Bottas is quick, but I say that might be a new engine. So let's have a look. Was that a new engine penalty? Bottas. No, new ERS module by the look of it, maybe. Because his engine's not new. Norris is running a new engine though, look at that. Okay, I'll take a little bit of the edge off it before we get to Spa and Monza, so I'm okay with that.
The grid is packed and there's electricity in the air, but there's no surprises in that. It's race day!
There was some astonishing work from Aston Martin during qualifying, and their drivers are now poised to have a very strong race start. This weekend, Red Bull displayed real promise during qualifying, but will they fulfill that potential by the time they reach the checkered flag? We've been having sunny weather here today, but there are some clouds looming that might complicate things for teams further down the line.
And we're 70 laps away then from the conclusion of this Hungarian Grand Prix, and each and every one of them is sure to be thrilling.
Alright, so strategy for this Grand Prix. We are going to 2-stop. We're going to go medium, soft, I think. Possibly medium, soft, but I think medium, soft is the way to go. Yeah, looking at that, medium, soft is going to be the way to go. So there we go, that's our strat. So 1:26.52. There we go. We are going to take 3 laps of fuel out on this circuit because for whatever reason we always save a ton of fuel here. Although this is the first time I've ever raced this with a Honda engine, so I'm only going to take 2 out, and if it gives me extra fuel to play about with, it gives me extra fuel to play about with. Yeah, we'll just take the 2 out. It's a bit of a thirstier engine, the Honda, compared to what I'm used to racing, which is either a Mercedes or a Renault. So we'll see how we go with that. Let's go to the grid.
I hope I'm not tempting fate here, but there are quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid. Aston Martin there. A second place start for them today. They're in with a real chance. There's the second Aston Martin. With a top 10 position on the grid, this race could really go either way for them. The race start is mere seconds away. And here we go, with the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Oh, Max
And
starting on the
it's lights
softs.
out, and away we
Not
go.
a good start for Freddie. He's been jumped by Hamilton. Should be able to get that place back. Verstappen got ahead of Felipe, but again on the softs, not that surprising. Oh, the Ferrari! Look at that! It's coming from nowhere.
Red Bull moved up.
What a lunge!
P5 at the moment.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
All right.
So back off.
Okay, copy.
There's no point trying to fight Max. Not yet. Not while he's on softs. So we'll tuck in. And we'll stay tucked up behind Hamilton for a bit as well. We can protect these tyres. It gives us the ability to push when we get towards our pit window. Oh, Freddie. Freddie.
Let's take a look at the replay. So this was the Aston Martin. Look at that! They've spun
There
their
goes,
car.
there's Bottas there behind the 2 Alpines.
The team are really disappointed with that. Let's hope it doesn't set them back too badly.
So, not the best of starts. How much
So
have
just
we
need to
lost
push
there?
now.
How much have we lost all the positions? We're still in sight of the train. We're only 2.5 seconds off the back, so that's not horrendous. But we've got to fight our way back up now. That's going to be tricky. So, we are facing a lot of soft runners in front of us as well. Oh dear. But we've got a pace advantage, so we should close them up pretty quickly. And you can see we've already taken a second out of the gap to Vettel. Maybe I've upset him. I don't know. I was wondering if I'd said anything to upset him when I realised I hadn't seen him all week last week. Evening, Mark. This looks like a game you can get into. Well, the new one's coming out in a couple of months. Less than a couple of months. End of July, so it might be worth holding off.
Pick up the pace a bit.
Yep.
DRS enable.
Freddie's on the back of the train. Felipe is dropping off a little bit. Let's give him a little push
Use energy.
Okay, copy.
just to get back in range. Right, there we go. Drugovic back in range. We've got to try and make some moves here with Vesti. Let's go on the attack.
Use energy if you need.
Yeah, copy.
It's tricky trying to get the run on tyres with the soft tyres at this stage, especially when they're all brand new soft as well. Cut to the inside. Nope. Okay. Oh, he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Oh, up the inside here. That's brave. Still on battery deployment.
That's it.
Finally get the move done and immediately get onto the back of the Williams.
Aston Martin with a great play there.
Get him
They've
under braking.
moved up a place.
There we go. Accelerates. And we're through. And Vettel follows it through. We are lagging a little off the back of Tsunoda, but we'll catch that up pretty quickly. Going to drop the tyre pace back down again now. There we go.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah, copy.
We've actually broken Hamilton. Although I think we're giving them a window to get back in by dropping the pace slightly. Verstappen's almost been dropped by Norris's. Verstappen's tyres going off already. Well, not yet, but Norris is just quick. He's definitely going to be our biggest threat in this race, I think, Norris.
So use energy.
See if we can try and push a move here. Now we're going to have to recharge the battery again soon. It's almost empty. Thought he was going to have a lunge there at the chicane, but he is going to go side by side through the sweepers. And we've got the move done. Good stuff. Right, let's put him back in charge mode.
We just need to charge up.
Copy.
Drop back a bit.
Yeah, copy.
Actually, I probably shouldn't go into tyre conservation
push.
while I'm charging as
Yeah,
well.
copy.
Oh, Max has managed to get a DRS pass on Norris. Oh, Vesti's spun again. Come on.
Let's see what happened there. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin. What a spin out!
What's going on, Freddie? He's been marvellous this year. Now he's just kind of falling apart again. So all that hard work to get past Stroll and Vettel and Tsunoda has just been completely undone. We have to do that all over again, but we've got no battery this time. Already there's a gap opening up as well between Magnussen and Bottas. We cut back to the front. Norris is just going to swoop past Verstappen there. So yeah, we've got a few gaps opening up. There's a gap between Sainz and Ocon. Gap between Ricciardo and Perez, and obviously we've got the gap with Magnussen, and we are lagging just a little bit off the back of the cars we're chasing. We'll get up to them. We'll be on Stroll very quickly. Star Wars Outlaws announced by Ubisoft. Yeah, I saw the announcement. I haven't watched the trailer yet. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I mean, this was the game that was announced as an untitled Star Wars game a couple of years back. We'll see how well it develops. It supposedly looks very good, but there's also a few, you know, Eurogamer had a few potential concerns about it, so yeah, we'll see how that shapes up. But it did look very pretty, apparently. I still need to look into getting a copy of Jedi 2. So many games I'd like to play, but just they're all very expensive at the moment. Still want to play Ragnarok. That's probably going to be a Christmas purchase. Maybe Jedi if that's on sale by that point as well.
Push.
Copy.
Stroll is definitely holding back Freddie, but he needs to get that battery charged. Let's try and stretch his stint slightly. Not really saving that much on tyres with Felipe. Verstappen's tyres are starting to struggle now. And we just don't really have the pace to
Push more.
Copy.
stay with Norris and save, so I think we're kind of stuck like that for now. Right, let's give Freddie the hurry up.
So we just need to push now.
Which one do you get? Jedi or Ragnarok? I wonder if we'll see the same amount of DLCs in Cities as in Cities 1. Yes, I would imagine so. I mean, the Ultimate Edition already comes with access to when they're released. You know, a DLC, a couple of content creator packs, and a radio pack. So, yeah, we'll see a lot of DLCs for Cities 2, guarantee you that. Oh, we're not making the overtake. I hate it when he does this. He's not even trying to overtake now. Ah, Freddie, you are just going to be the death of me in this race. Let's get this move done. There we go. Right, finally got past
Back off.
past Stroll.
Yeah, copy.
Long way to go.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Copy.
We can push more.
Yeah, copy.
I think another lap or two and Verstappen's going to get dropped. Might even happen this lap if he's not careful. Yeah, it's happened this lap. He didn't get the DRS. Another car has spun. Don't tell me it's Freddie again. No, it's not Freddie. That's good.
Car in the wall.
Oh, we've got a
Yeah,
crash.
copy.
Oh, it's Russell.
Take a look now. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. And that's
Oh,
all.
broken front
And a
wing.
big
Possible damage to chassis, suspension, tyres, maybe. That's not good for him. Oh, look at that. We almost, without even trying, got a move done on Max there. He's really starting to struggle now.
This is good. Come on.
We want to stay behind him. We're going to get him anyway. All right, let's go
Yeah,
aggressive.
take it
Let's
easy.
try and catch back up to Norris.
Energy if you need it.
Yeah, copy.
You're doing a good job.
Oh, Russell's got a puncture, so he did damage his tyres. A lot more than I was expecting. I thought he'd maybe lose 10, 20%. But no, he's punctured. So Russell's race is destroyed. Because he's got to do an entire lap on a flat tyre with a busted front wing. Russell's going to get lapped. Very quickly. We're going to break away from Verstappen on this lap. Which is good, because then he'll act as a bit of a roadblock against Hamilton, hopefully. And there we go. We're on the back of Norris, and 1.5 second, nearly 2 second gap now to Verstappen. Good stuff. Ricardo gets out of the pits. Did he have damage? Or was he just stopping early? He might just be stopping early off those softs, onto hards. So we might see Verstappen boxing soon. Vesti 2 seconds off the back of Vettel. Their tyres a little bit more durable because they were brand new. Recharge that battery. Verstappen in all kinds of trouble from Hamilton. There's Russell just making it back to the pits, and there goes Verstappen. Verstappen boxing for new tyres as well. But that did give Norris DRS. Well, that allows a pair of us to pull away from Leclerc and Hamilton, who swap places. We're almost on the back of Vettel. Are we going to get out ahead of Verstappen? Only just. So while Vesti's race is potentially ruined, we could now ruin Verstappen's race. Because he'll be stuck behind Vesti for a while. Vesti now in range of Vettel.
Drop back a bit.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, the Ferraris are definitely performing better than I was expecting them to here. Ocon and Perez into the pits now. And so is Albon. So some of the traffic in our way is starting to move. Schumacher's boxing as well, as is Vettel. Just as we were about to get DRS off him. Well, I think we did. No, we didn't.
Okay, energy's good.
Okay.
Alright, so we've got to hunt down Tsunoda. We're a second off the back of him.
Happy to push.
Copy.
Still keeping nice and close to Norris. Got a 2 second gap to Hamilton and Leclerc. Sykes is in that fight as well. Battery's just about fully recharged. Tyres fractionally better for Norris, but that's not really going to be a big issue, I don't think. Norris might be one-stopping here. And given his pace, that could be a little problematic. Hopefully we'll have enough pace at the end to hunt him down if he does one-stop. Soft tyres will be massively faster than the hard tyres, but they will go off pretty quickly. But a yellow flag. Who's that for?
I think we've had a car run
Ricciardo
wide.
running wide.
Let's take a closer look. Daniel Ricciardo involved here.
Oh yeah, that's lost him a little bit
They're
of ground.
way off the racing line there. That isn't good.
Alright, we are fully charged. Try and look after our tyres slightly if we can. Once again, Vesti misses out on DRS because the driver in front boxes. And now we've got a 4-second gap to Gasly, who is on
Tsunoda is pitting this lap.
dying soft tyres. Vettel's going to be on us before we're on Gasly. We are just lacking a little bit when we go
Push a
into
bit
tyre
more.
save mode.
Copy.
We're not okay on fuel.
Copy.
So we saved quite a bit of fuel. We've saved over 1 kilo with Felipe, less with Freddie because he's been running in clean air and not being able to get the slipstream on drivers, which does help fuel conservation. We've taken about half a second out of Gasly. Verstappen's still closing on us. We're doing 121.4s. Verstappen 121.3s. He's not that much faster than we are. That's encouraging. Yeah, he's only a tenth faster than us. Alright, when's our tyre window coming? Lap 26 when we're looking to pit. So 6.5 laps to go. Probably going to undercut Freddie. So box him lap 24, maybe lap 25. Excuse me.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
Oh,
Here's the
Verstappen locks
replay.
up.
Now here we see Max Verstappen. Well, they've locked
Oh,
up.
that's a bad lock
They
up.
won't have been happy about that.
That's turn 6, not turn 5.
The team are devastated. They'll be questioning just what happened out there.
Right, 3.2 seconds between Vesti and Gasly. I think getting Vesti into the points might be a little bit of a struggle. But Felipe is definitely on for a win.
More.
Yeah, copy.
It's going to be between him and Norris. Let's try and close that
Can
gap
use
up.
energy.
Copy.
Yeah, I am very surprised by the Ferrari pace in this race. Verstappen is 2-stopping, but I get the feeling that everyone around Felipe, Norris, Hamilton, Leclerc and Sainz, I think they're 1-stopping, and I think Bottas might be 1-stopping as well. Maybe Magnussen, maybe Zhou. we've made it into DRS range. So let's recharge the battery again, because we're stopping
Just need
soon.
to charge up.
Copy.
Still thinking of undercutting with Vesti, just by an extra lap or two. I want to get that clean medium tyre grip. Gasly's soft to hang on really well. I'm surprised he hasn't boxed yet. He can't be going soft to hard, is he? Maybe he is. Be a brave one stop if he's going for that. And there he goes into the pits. Maybe he is going to one stop. Did we lose DRS as a result of that? No, we still got it. That's good.
We're good to push.
Alright, so Felipe can look after himself right now. We're going to focus on Freddie for a bit. But a comfortable gap opening up between the front two drivers in Hamilton and the Ferraris. Bottas is a further 5.5 seconds back and he's isolated. No one to help him play leapfrog with on the start-finish straights.
We just need to push now.
Okay, copy.
So let's see if we can get an overtake or two.
Doing a good job, keep pushing.
Get that slipstream. Try and dive up the inside of the Haas here, not quite. Maybe around the outside. This will be a brave move. No.
You can use energy. Use energy. You
Try and
can
get up
use
at the
energy.
chicane if we can.
Okay, copy.
Get him on the exit. There we go. We've got the slipstream now, and we've got the position. Good stuff. And now we can get past Yo on the start-finish straight. How far back do you reckon you pick up
Aston
slipstream?
Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
About a second or so, I think. Second, just over a second if you're lucky. Depends on the circuit, I think.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
We're not getting through here. That's frustrating.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Oh, Felipe's made a move. Okay, let's push. I'm going to box Freddie this lap.
Box, 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 box.
Copy, box.
Use energy.
Copy, copy.
So use energy if you need it.
Copy.
There we go. We're through. We've got the position. Push the tyres really hard and save a little bit of battery. Can we break away from Norris? Probably not.
We can push again.
Yeah, copy.
They will be boxing this lap.
But you
Yeah,
can
copy.
overpower the slipstream and still break away if you're lucky. You can overpower the DRS as well. So in this situation here, we're using the battery, tyres are on full
Okay.
push.
Just pit minutes.
You can get a really good drive out of a corner and kind of negate the effect of the DRS and the slipstream, as long as the straight's not too long. It's a very long main straight here, so it's kind of hard to overpower slipstream and DRS on this straight, on this circuit. But other circuits with a shorter DRS straight, you can definitely overpower that and still pull away. Because by the time they start catching up again, it's already time to brake. Right, we got out. Where did we get out? Who did we get out ahead of? Got out ahead of Gasly. Oh, that's good. So we managed to
Copy.
overcut Gasly. That's really good. Gasly's on hards as well, so we should be able to pull away from him relatively easily here. As Felipe boxes, Norris is staying
Copy
out.
that.
Right, we're going to come out behind Bottas, but I want to get out ahead of Zhou. .45, that's a good stop. We're going to comfortably get out ahead of Zhou. Yellow flag in sector 1. That's Norris. Norris makes a mistake.
Yellow exit of 6. Yellow
Oh,
exit of 6.
that's
Let's have a
perfect.
look.
That's just given
Now
us the
just
lead.
take a look at the McLaren.
Norris is going to be well behind us now when he
And
boxes.
there it is. That's where they spin out.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy.
So we're now only 12.5 seconds off him. That's great stuff. We've already broken away from Gasly. 9.4 seconds. No, 10 seconds. 6 seconds. What is going on with the timings? 5.5 seconds. 5.5 seconds to Perez. There we go. And we are closing fast because we're on brand new mediums. Perez and Ricciardo on slightly worn hard tyres. A 1:20.2. That is a quick lap. 1.2 seconds faster than Perez. He's gone ahead of Ricciardo. There you see a 1:26.0 for Norris on that last lap. He lost 5 seconds. Nearly 5 seconds from that spin. Felipe obviously was on an outlap, so that time is a misnomer. He should be even quicker than Freddie, I think. Yellow flag, sector 1. That could be anywhere on the map because this game is completely bonkers when it comes to actual warnings.
Oh, did someone
It's
wide
Zhou on
there?
turn 8.
Let's
That's
take a
not
look at
sector
the
1.
replay. Now we see the Williams here. Going wide like that could cost them valuable time.
And we've got a spin now. It says sector 1 again, could be anywhere. I think it was at the end of this corner here. Yeah, it was. That's not sector 1. That's nearly. That's the end of sector 2.
Kevin Magnussen here.
That's sector 3.
And that spin is undoubtedly going to cost them
Evening,
time.
Corey. Yeah, the warnings are particularly bad at this track. They're all over the place. Right, so Perez on a bit of a tear right now. 120.4, he's looking quick. 120.2 for Felipe. He's closing on Bottas by 1.2 seconds a lap. He'll be on him at the end of this lap, I think. Just going to miss out on DRS, I think. Hamilton into the box, so for his one and only stop, so he is definitely one stopping. And there goes Bottas, also one stopping, making his stop. It's kind of good, gets him out of the way, but it's kind of bad as well. I was hoping to sit behind him for a lap or two just to get a bit more battery in the car. Never mind, we'll keep pushing along like this. We are now inside 10 seconds to Norris. That spin really hurt him. He's still quicker than Leclerc though. He's pulling away from the Ferraris by half a second a lap. Look at that. He's still over a second slower than we are right now. We can expect him to be doing low 120s, low to middle 120s when he comes out, Norris. Similar kind of pace to Perez, I think. Not 20s, sorry. Yeah, maybe. Maybe 120s, 121s, in that kind of mix. It's hard to judge, because they keep getting DRS with each other, with Ricciardo and Perez. So they're fast when they get past them, and they're slow when they get past again. Norris does now box. And so does Leclerc. So that's unlucky for Leclerc. Ideally, he wanted a lap to undercut Norris. Not going to happen. And it's not good news for Sainz. Sainz is going to lose out as a result. Felipe back up to second place now. It's going to look after the tyres slightly. Actually, no, let's not look after the tyres. Let's just charge the battery instead. We've got a 14.5 second gap to Verstappen. Oh no, wait, that's Sainz's gap. Yeah. We've got a 10.7 second gap. That's good. I'm okay with that. We'll charge the battery up. In fact, we can wait till we get behind Sainz. Sainz is boxing this lap, isn't he? Yeah. We're on this battle now. On the verge of the top 10 again. Taking a while to get to here.
We just need to charge up.
Copy.
We're not okay on fuel.
Copy.
There goes Sainz into the box. It's hard for his one and only stop. Where's he going to feed out? He's going to be behind Leclerc. I doubt Bottas will get past him. How far behind is he going to be? Closer than I thought. Oh, no, he is just over a second out of range. He's 2 seconds off. He'll close that up, I think, possibly. Ocon's kind of in the mix. Norris is through back up to second. So Ocon is definitely playing spoiler here. He's in front of Hamilton and Leclerc, and they are quicker than Ocon. Another spin. Not sure who that's for. Oh, it's
Yellow flag
Sonoda.
15, yellow 50.
Let's take a closer look. Now let's look at this. The focus on Sonoda. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Yuki does a Yuki. It's been a while since we've seen that. We are all over the back of these two here. We need to get past them quickly. And cleanly as well. We need to break away from them.
Use energy if you need it, use energy.
Yeah, copy.
Do not want to drag these guys further up the field. Oh, Perez, you dick. Not only did you fail to overtake, you stopped us from overtaking the pair of them. Get out of the way! This is so annoying. We had the pace, we had the line, and Perez just completely cock-blocked us there.
Drop back a bit.
Copy.
Right, let's try this again.
So use energy.
So Perez tries to block us again. This time he will get the move done himself. Oh, why did you do that? Freddie! What the hell? And he wants to go around the outside of... Oh, my God. Freddie's race decisions have been appalling tonight. 2 spins. Terrible decisions when it comes to overtaking. Oh, brave lunge there, though. Got the move done on Ricciardo. Yep, the move's completed. That's there. It. So let's go into harvest. Protect the tyres. We want to stay behind Perez till the start-finish straight.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
We want that DRS to be able to pull away from him.
Use energy if you need.
Yeah, copy.
Happy to push.
Yeah, copy.
There we go. Rocket away from him. So, up into P9. Finally into the some clean air again. We can now blitz away from these two.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Felipe just cruising at the moment. Ready with a lot more work to do. We're closing on Bottas. Let's see what times is Bottas doing. He's doing 120.1s. We should easily be able to do that. Try and sit behind them and charge up for a bit, I think. I am concerned about the size of the group in front of us. Hamilton, Leclerc, Ocon and Sainz. That's going to be a tough one to overhaul. So the 1:18.6 on that last lap, although it was tyre, DRS and ERS boosted. It's a 2.5 second gap. Let's see if it comes down. It should do. We've got a quicker car and we are on better tyres. Felipe not even having to push at normal pace, still holding that gap to Norris. Might be because Norris and Verstappen are fighting each other and it's forcing defensive driving, but I'm okay with that. We're all out trying to get Freddie back into contention in this race. Don't really want to push those tyres too hard to try and catch up to Bottas. I'd rather we just do it naturally. We took a couple of tenths out of him there. We'll get close to him. I would use battery, but I don't have any battery, so that's out the question. We're coming up to lap Russell again. Times is he doing? He's doing 1:23.1s. Yeah, so he's got major damage to that car. Because he should be going at least a second faster than he is. Even isolated on his own, he should be going at least a second faster. So he's got suspension damage, he's got chassis damage, maybe rear wing damage. Well, not rear wing, sorry. Suspension and chassis damage, I would imagine he's got. Possibly on the floor. But that car is definitely limping a little bit. In fact, if he's doing 1:23s, he should be 2 seconds a lap faster minimum. He should be like doing mid 1 minute 20s at worst, really. So he's nearly 3 seconds off the pace. 1:23.0, yeah, he's nearly 3 seconds off the pace. We've got a spin. That is a Red Bull. It's Perez. Oh, we're going to crash. Is this a safety car?
And several cars involved. We can take a look now. We're just watching the Red Bull.
That's Perez and Ricciardo.
And there's the collision. It's caused absolute carnage.
No safety car for that. So there's one less Red Bull to worry about. That's excellent news. Is Perez out? Oh no, Perez just hit someone else, I think. Did Perez just hit Tsunoda? Or was he just waiting for Tsunoda to go by before he pulled back on the track? That was very bad delay for him, if that's the case. But a penalty on top of the damage. Yeah, Perez's race is ruined, so that's excellent news. That's one Red Bull that's getting nowhere near the points today. It's going to help us in the championships, considering that we've got one Aston that's going to be lucky to get into the points today. Well, we should just about get into the points, but we still got another stop. All the cars in front of us, bar Drogovic, do not have to stop again. Oh, and Verstappen. Verstappen's two stopping. At least I think Verstappen's two. Yeah, Verstappen's two stopping. Possibly Ocon as well. In fact, looking at those tyres, yeah, I think Ocon as well. But Bottas, Sainz, Leclerc, Hamilton, Norris, they're all one stopping. We're 20 seconds off our teammate right now. Perez into the pits. set of mediums. That will get him to the end of the Grand Prix. New front wing. So Perez is done. Doesn't need to stop again, but he's in danger of getting lapped here. Here comes Felipe. Is he going to get blue flagged? Theoretically, he should have enough pace to stay ahead of the blue flags. We've got past Russell. Russell has been lapped twice now. Russell's still got a missing front wing. No, he has changed his front wing. So yeah, it is actual damage to the car that's keeping him slow. Norris has closed up by about a second since I last paid any real attention. But again, we're just cruising right now, that's fine. Let's stop cruising.
Pick up the pace a bit.
Yeah, copy.
Let's up our pace just slightly. Getting closer and closer to the back of Bottas. Ricardo a long way back now thanks to that little collision with Perez. Perez completely out of the equation. And I think Bottas is closing. He is. Bottas is closing on Sainz and Ocon. So this is going to be a 4-car queue that we're going to have to fight through. Because they're not too far. Well, no, 3. I think Ocon's too slow to hang on to the back of Leclerc and Hamilton. Bottas in DRS range now. Sainz gets through. So Sainz is now going to become the pace setter for this little group. That helps a little bit. Because we are still needing to charge up, so I don't want to lose too much time while I'm doing that. So if we've got Sainz leading the pace, that will help.
We're not okay on fuel.
Okay, copy.
We got plenty of time to save that last little bit of fuel. Less than a kilo to save, 30 laps to go, including this one. We're fine. Did we lap Perez yet? Yes, we did. Perez stuck behind us. Now, is he going to unlap himself here? He's thinking about it. This is potentially bad for us. Perez keeps trying to unlap himself. That is going to force us to drive defensively and a little bit slower. Also means if Perez locks up, then he's going to hit us. Ocon now to the back of this little train. So this will actually be better for us because Ocon will start to fall away from Bottas and will fall into our clutches. Might get us onto the train a little bit quicker. And you can see Norris has taken half a second out of us since we lapped Perez. He's broken away from Verstappen, so Verstappen's tyres struggling to stay with Norris. I think that might be curtains for Verstappen's chances. I think he's just going to fall further and further back now into the clutches potentially of the Ferrari and Hamilton. You can see Ocon almost out of DRS range. He'll just about hang in maybe. Might lose it. He's going to lose it. That's not good. I needed him to just hang on for one more lap. I'm at 1% battery. Is this my race to lose? As far as Felipe goes, yes, I think so. Although having Perez behind me like this is hampering us. Like I said, we're having to drive defensively. Those brand new mediums of Perez, keeping him fast. I don't know what we can achieve with Freddie as we lap Russell. We're almost on the back of Ocon. We have to get in this lap. Up the tyres just to make sure I get in range, because I need to be able to charge. And I want to be able to do that while I'm getting a DRS tow. There we go, we made it in.
We just need to charge up.
Copy.
So yeah, we'll get some points, I think, with Freddie. It might not be much, it might only be 1 point, but we should have enough in the car to be able to get back into contention for a point with Freddie. But Felipe should be able to fight comfortably for the win. I mean, it's going to be so fast on those soft, sweaty boxes. And he's 11 seconds ahead of Verstappen, who's also going to be two-stopping. Will almost certainly go mediums, I think. He might go soft. He might go soft, hard, soft. I don't know. He started on the softs. He might go to the mediums for this final stop. And Ocon will do the same, because Ocon also started on softs. So whatever strategy Verstappen's on will be the same one that Ocon's on, and vice versa. But fuel's not an issue for Felipe. We've got battery. We've got pace in the car. Fresh soft tyres, he'll be blisteringly quick. Yeah, we should be able to get back up to the front very quickly. Or back up to the front runners quickly, and then we can sit behind, wait, find the opportunity, and then pounce. Yellow flag in sector 3 again. Oh, safety car. Oh, now this changes everything. Right, so Felipe did get overtaken by Perez again. We are a way off needing to box. Our pit stop window is there. I don't think we can make those softs last. I can't go to mediums. I'm going to have to go softs and just look after them, I think. I can't not stop now, I have to. Do I go... It's come at just the wrong time. It's come up a few laps too early. I think I should be able to make those softs last on for Felipe. I'm not sure about Freddie, because Freddie's going to have to attack. Might have to go hards and just go full attack on those hard tyres. What if I go to softs? And then I'd have to look after them. Yeah. Because I've got to do overtaking. And I've got to do pushing. We are going to switch strategies with Freddie. Felipe, I will keep on the same strategy, but we will really look after those tyres. So let's go ahead and get those guys into the box. So let's go hard tyres for Freddie. Save that fuel, save the ERS. Felipe, save the tyres. Don't need to save the fuel, do need to save the battery. And we're going to box him onto a set of softs. Should.
Safety car, safety car.
if I can't get out in front of
DRS.
Norris, I should come out between him and Verstappen. So while the safety car... Oh, let's have a look at the
Here's
crash.
the replay.
So Magnussen going for Tsunoda. Just goes straight into him, pushes them both into the barrier. Completely smashes up Tsunoda's car. Oh, it's Schumacher, not Magnussen. Oh no, it was Magnussen. It was Albon, not Tsunoda. They both retired as a result of that crash. So Magnussen will have a penalty at Spa. Vettel, Schumacher and Tsunoda all boxing. Here comes Felipe into the pits.
Pit lane.
Copy.
Vessi's going to hold position. He's going to stay in ninth, but be on much fresher tyres. Verstappen's boxing. That will be for mediums.
Pit lane.
Ocon
Yeah,
is also
copy that.
boxing.
Make sure you get your pit limiter.
We have been passed by Norris, but we are going to get out ahead of the Ferrari of Leclerc. Just. That's excellent news. So we're going to be right on the back of Norris, and we won't need to stop again. Got held, I think. Yeah, we got held behind Ocon, but no, that's okay. Gasly's going to get in between us, so we did lose as a result of that. We lost a position that we shouldn't have done because we got held in the pits, but that's okay. We'll have excellent tyres to attack with. Verstappen and Ocon are now going to be a threat in this Grand Prix because they basically had 3 pit stops. Verstappen's lost a couple of places, but Ocon's had a free stop. And now they're on mediums, which have definitely got more pace than the hards, and they're in better condition.
Got loads of energy.
Yeah, copy.
We can really go for it on those hard tyres. We can push them. So we can definitely get Vesti into the points. It's now a question of how high into the points we can get him. And Felipe should be able to hang on. So I'm just going to grab a drink from the fridge while we've got a safety car. Just going to wait. I don't think it's going to come in this lap. I just want to wait and check. Last thing I want is to be, on the other side of the room when the car comes in. Russell's still going. I'd have retired Russell. Saved the car. Alright, back in a second.
We've just had a car run wide.
Someone's spinning under the safety car. It's Tsunoda. That's impressive.
Oh, there's a spin! Let's have a look. Now let's look at this. The focus on Tsunoda.
Oh, that is just a
looked like
silly
a
mistake.
very
He's going
nasty
so
spin.
slow.
That's going to be a big blow to the team. Will they be able to recover? We'll see.
safety car might not even come in this lap yet. The field still isn't even bunched up yet. Russell only 1 lap down now. Even if he manages to get back onto the lead lap by some miracle. I'm starting to think I should have gone onto soft tyres with Vesti. Yeah, it's too late to box him. He's going to lose too many places. I'm starting to think I should have boxed him for softs as well. Actually, we'll keep saving fuel.
You can stop lift
So
and
we've
coast.
got
Yeah, copy.
an extra toy to play with
Lift and coast will help.
Copy.
when it comes to trying to get those overtakes. Or was the order given for lap cars to overtake and I missed it while I was away from the screen? In which case, safety car will be coming in at the end of this lap. Still no warning on the car. Oh, there we go.
Safety car will be in this lap. Safety car will be in this lap.
Copy.
No saving required.
Copy.
So there is
So,
no overtaking until the control line.
Felipe's
There'll
going
be
to
2 laps
stay
with no
tucked up
DRS.
behind Norris for a couple of laps till the
Copy.
DRS switches back on. But we're going to try and get Freddie going very aggressive right on the restart. If we can get him up a place or two.
You can use energy.
Okay, copy.
There we go, straight past Gasly.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
No way, I thought I was going to squeeze between the pair of them then. That would have been something special.
So we're happy to let these tyres cool.
We've got Ocon though.
Yeah, copy.
That's it.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Save fuel.
Yeah.
Ah, that's Verstappen. Yeah, we got Max. Excellent stuff. Oh, Bottas, that little wiggle there. Absolutely melting these tyres. Need to make up positions quickly here. And we've done it. We've got Bottas. And now I think we're out of battery. So let's go into harvest mode. Let's calm the
Just need to
tyres
charge
down.
up.
Sorry.
In fact, one last attack. Let's see if we can get the Ferrari.
DRS enabled.
We have low batteries.
Copy.
Go on, be brave, be brave. Okay, he's not going to get him. But we're in good shape. Pushed the
Happy to
tyres
push.
hard, but
Okay,
it was
copy.
worth it. Got Freddie up into the points on the back of sights. And we're going to sprint Felipe on this lap.
We can push more
Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
energy if you need it.
Copy.
We just absolutely rocket through there.
It's good.
And now we've got the whole lap to blitz away from him. We've got plenty of time to get Vesti up onto the podium at the very least. If we can get second out of this after the nightmare race that he's had, that would be incredible.
Okay, happy to lift and coast.
Copy.
So use energy if you need it.
We have another lunge now at sights.
Copy.
Save fuel, save fuel.
Copy.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah, copy.
And sights in the end has a look at the Mercedes, the McLaren. Can we follow him through? Whoa! We just went 3 wide through the chicane and we got them both. Oh man. That is overtake of the Grand Prix. That was phenomenal.
Aston Martin are moving up the field. Let's see what happened there. So this was the Aston Martin.
Oh, look at that. Kind of took advantage of track limits a little bit there. But
What a
yeah,
great
we'll take
move
that.
was.
That was superb.
Incredible.
Incredible bravery there.
The drivers' team there
Fantastic
cheering
commitment.
them on.
That's one of the overtakes of the season. Now we're on the back of Leclerc. We might even get him into turn 1 here. Not quite. We are a little vulnerable to the McLaren. Got no battery to deploy. It's going to squeeze us out 3 wide through that corner. And this time it's Hamilton's turn to gain 2 places.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
Oh, I don't think we're going to go 3 wide through here again. No, single file this time. That would have been crazy.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
I need battery because I need to get after after Norris as quick as I can, while I've still got tyres to push. Right, can I get Hamilton into turn 1? If I can get alongside him, I might be able to, there we go, outbrake him into the next corner thanks to the DRS again. There we go, we're through. So, let's up our
Aston
pace.
Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Let's sprint.
So use energy.
Yeah, copy.
Let's just throw everything at getting
Hard
us
now,
back in
push
Norris
tyres.
ASAP and breaking away from Hamilton. Breaking away from Hamilton is the most important thing. Do not want to drag them into that fight as well. But this is going superbly for the championship at the moment. Verstappen isn't even in the points. Perez is nowhere near the points. The McLarens are looking strong. The Ferraris are in the points. Felipe is comfortably in the lead. And we are hunting down Norris.
We need to charge Norris.
Copy.
Should back off.
Copy.
Two-second gap, and hopefully that'll come down. Let's take a look at tyres. Oh, big tyre advantage over Norris. That will help. Yellow flag in sector 1. It's an Alfa Romeo. No, an AlphaTauri, sorry. It's Tsunoda again.
Car in the wall.
Yeah, copy.
Yuki's having a horrible race.
Let's take a look at the replay. Now look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver.
Same corner he spun out onto the safety car. This time he locks up
That crash is
and into the
terrible
back.
news for the team.
Breaks his front wing. So, yeah. Damage to his car. That's going to be another pit stop. And we are closing down Norris. I think I'm glad in the end I put hard tyres on Vesty, because there's no way I could have got him through the field that quickly and concisely if I put him on soft and still have tyres left to try and hunt down and pass Norris. I'd have absolutely destroyed the tyres getting up into third. And then I would probably not even be able to hang on to third by the end of the Grand Prix. As it is, we're in fantastic shape. We're closing on Norris. We've got much better tyres than him.
Copy.
We've got arguably a faster car, but a slower driver. But we are closing him down, and we're pulling away from the battle behind us as well. 4 seconds now. Felipe's just coasting, looking after his tyres. What a turnaround for Felipe. You know, considering how rough he was at the beginning of the season. Since we worked on boosting his braking again, he's really come into his own again this season. He was looking all over the place in the first half of the season. These last few races he's been great. And it's been Freddie who's been struggling. Another spin. Who's spun this time? It's not Sonoda, it's Stroll. But Sonoda's nearby. He's infecting other drivers.
Single yellow.
Yeah, copy.
Sympathy spin. Oh, we're inside DRS. Excellent stuff. We're inside DRS range, so we can put some battery into Vesti's car before we try and push him past.
Just need to charge up.
Copy.
There we go. No flap didn't open. Why didn't the flap open? We were in range. What happened there? Alright, I'll have to wait another lap for whatever reason. I mean, I know the McLaren is really good in the low corners, the low speed corners, but even so, DRS detection point on this track has always been a little bit iffy. Sometimes you get it when you don't think you're going to, sometimes you don't get it when you know you should have. It's just, it seems inconsistent on this track. Verstappen up into the points. And now he's a threat for fourth. Now that he's got past Sainz. Hamilton and Leclerc driving side by side right now by the look of it. Yep, side by side through those corners. Verstappen lurking right behind them. Right, this time surely Vesti's going to get DRS. Yes, there we go, finally. You can just see Felipe in the distance there. Let's watch this fight behind. Leclerc with the DRS wide open pulls a gap a little bit on Hamilton. Sainz having a little look at Verstappen there, but then thinks better of it, backs out. Now, that's cost him quite a bit of ground. That's cost him almost a second. Wow, he really lost out there. So now we've got a breakaway from the breakaway.
Drop back a bit.
Okay, copy.
Try and lower the temps in the tyres and the car a little bit, given how hard we've been pushing it. Definitely put some extra stress on the engine in this Grand Prix. But this might be the last race we use it. I'm putting a fresh one in for Spa. That's a given. And that engine will probably be used in... will definitely be used at Monza and will probably be used at Zandvoort as well. And then, I don't know, might take a new engine for Singapore. Because these ones would have taken well, this one in particular would have taken a bit of a beating in this race. Verstappen now all over the back of Leclerc. He's got past Hamilton. So I think Verstappen's going to do Leclerc and then he's going to have enough grip and pace in that car to just potentially even break away. I don't think he's going to have the pace to hunt us down. Well, he might. He'll have the pace to hunt down Norris, potentially. But we're safe, I think. I mean, we're 6.5 seconds ahead. And I'm just biding my time at the moment, waiting until my battery's charged up before I sprint away from Norris. So, Norris, not guaranteed a podium if Verstappen gets by on this lap. He's got to get by at the start of this lap. Otherwise he's going to run out of time. I'm half tempted actually to bring Norris with me rather than sprinting away from him. Just to guarantee Norris on the podium. Verstappen is through. So we've got to pay attention to Verstappen now. The gap's 6.6 and it will come down.
We've got loads of energy.
Copy.
But we are going for back-to-back 1-2s here.
So we just need to push now.
Copy.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Copy.
.8 across the line. But no DRS this lap, so that gap will potentially stretch a little at the start of the lap anyway. And Verstappen has broken away from Hamilton and Leclerc quicker than I thought he would. So 6.2 the gap. Burn off that extra fuel. He's not really closed up at all this lap, maybe a tenth or two. Felipe has lapped Norris, not Norris, sorry, Russell again. As we move into second place, we're not going to sprint away just yet. We are just going to bring Norris with us for another lap or two, just to
Like Aston
make sure we
Martin
get past
just gained a race
Russell.
position.
We can fight off Norris in the DRS.
Energy's good.
Yeah, confirm.
But like I said, I just want to give him that little bit of an extra toe just to keep him away from Verstappen. I want Verstappen off the podium. I want to get as many points over him as possible this race. Because he is our closest rival in the championship and Red Bull are our closest rivals in the constructors. Russell gets out the way for us. Norris gets through as well. We're actually closing on Felipe. There we go. I think Norris just lost us.
Some lift and coast.
Might have just snuck in. No, he just snuck in. Excellent. So,
Focus on the last 6
now,
laps.
Yep, copy.
with 6 laps to go, Verstappen's not going to lap fast enough. So now we can sprint.
Use energy if you need it. Use energy.
Yeah, copy.
making sure Norris didn't lose a ton of time behind Russell was important, because I've seen how much time you can lose behind a slow back marker like that, both in my favour and against as well. And there we go, we've broken the gap.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
Copy.
We're not going to let Vesti overtake Felipe. Felipe's driven a faultless race. He doesn't deserve to have that taken away from him. So we will tell Vesti to hold position behind his teammate.
5 to go.
Tyres have hung on.
Copy.
Okay, suggest lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
And Hamilton now nearly 4 seconds off the back of Verstappen. So yeah, Max is guaranteed fourth unless he makes a mistake. A 1:19.1 for Felipe. Should be a little quicker this lap, hopefully. 1:18.1 for Freddie. And I think Max might possibly have burnt his tyres out to the point where he's not going to have any chance of catching. Hamilton's tyres are dead at 1:20. Norris's pace is going to drop off potentially, but he still looks quick. 4 laps left.
To go.
1:18.7 for both of our drivers, a 1:18.9 for Norris. What's Verstappen going to do? 1:18.7. Yep, no worries there at all. So why was Hamilton so slow? Oh, he's stuck behind Russell. That's why. There you go. I said you can lose a huge amount of time behind a back marker. I think we might have possibly seen that there.
We're good to push.
Copy.
So there we go. Fuel was not really an issue. It could have potentially been an issue for Freddie without the safety car, but without the safety car he'd have been on a different strategy and would have had natural tyre pace to push where he needed to. This race certainly would have been as comfortable as it was for Felipe without the safety car, but at the same time it came at an awkward time for the strategy he was on. Didn't really give us a lot in the way of options. We could have gone hard and played it safe. We certainly would have had plenty of life in the tyres to really push them like we did with Freddie.
Be 3 to go.
But he managed the softs pretty well. And it's going to be a nice, easy, calm finish, hopefully. Touch wood. Don't have any wood. Oh, there we go. What did I just miss? Position change. Hamilton and Leclerc, I think. Still scrapping away, those two. Yeah, there we go. Bottas is now past Sainz, so been a decent recovery drive from Bottas. There's not really much left to fight for in this race, apart from Bottas, maybe, if he can get close onto the back of Hamilton. Oh, we've got a lock-up. It's a safety car. Ooh. What's happened? Max is in the ball! Yes! That's fantastic. Max is in the ball. Is he out? He's out! Oh, glorious!
It's a crash!
Max is out.
Let's take a closer look. We're just watching the Red Bull.
Oh, this race just gets better.
Thank goodness nobody else was involved. That was a big
Spins the
crash.
car around 360 degrees there from the impact.
The team are really disappointed with that. Here's the replay.
It's going to give us a second replay. Big lock-up.
And the team had such high hopes today. What a shame.
So that's huge for us in the
Okay, which is good.
championship.
Full firm.
That's absolutely massive. We're going to get a 1-2. Neither Red Bull is going to score because Perez is all the way down in 14th. Bottas is going to get a point. Unless Sainz can somehow get him on the restart. Bottas could even get Hamilton. He's got a better engine. His tyres haven't really got the life left in them. How long is his safety car going to stay out? Is it just going to be a one lap and done, or are we actually going to finish the race behind the safety car? I'd be happy with that. Given where the field is, I think there's a very real chance that the safety car will stay out and will finish behind the safety car. It might pull in on the final corner, but I don't think it's going to come in this lap. Tsunoda and Russell, Russell. Tsunoda and Stroll are still a fair way off the back of the train. No. This is where we would have had the warning of it pulling in at the end of sector 2. I think he's staying out. I think this is it. This is race order. Yeah, there we go. No overtaking until the line. So we have no threat of being jumped by Norris at the restart. Leclerc's going to hang on to 4th. Hamilton's going to stay 5th. Bottas will hang on to 6th. Sainz misses out.
This will be last lap.
And that is all she wrote. This is going to be, as I say, huge for the Constructors' Championship. We're going to gain 16 points on Red Bull here. 16 points, that's massive. And both of my drivers are going to gain points on Max as well. Can Russell unlap himself against Max? He might just make it. At the end of this lap, this might potentially move him above Max in the classification. I'm not sure because he is 2 laps down.
Safety car will be in this lap.
Double.
There we go. Safety car
There's no
peels into
overtaking
the
until
pits.
the
We've just got
control line
around this
is
corner.
two
There's no
laps.
overtaking until we cross the line. And when we cross the line, we win the Grand Prix. There we go. It's a 1-2.
Let's check a flag.
It's behind the safety car, but we were guaranteed a 1-2 before the safety car came out. Russell does managed to get ahead of Verstappen in the standings on that last couple of corners. Just. And there we go. What a finish.
What an incredible outcome for Aston Martin's driver. Today, Aston Martin demonstrated that they can go very far indeed.
Absolutely. I imagine it'll be pats on the back all round, and deservedly so.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in first place in the constructor standings.
Next time, the teams will be adding another year to the legend of Spa-Francorchamps. Anything can happen at the Belgian Grand Prix.
Yes, we can go very far indeed. Specifically, 2 laps further than Max Verstappen can. There we go, 1-2. I said at the start of qualifying I wanted to maximise my chances at this Grand Prix because I'm worried about updates coming to Spa. And I wanted to take advantage of our car's performance in this circuit. And we've done just that. Not only have we got the 1-2, our biggest rival, Max and Red Bull, have failed to score any points at all. Fantastic stuff. Norris gets himself a podium, but it's only worth 4 points. That's harsh. Leclerc has a good race, up 2 places. A good recovery drive from Bottas, gaining 7 places to sneak the last point just before the safety car came out. A good recovery drive from Vettel as well, starting from the back of the grid, gaining 10 places. And then as we go down, a little bit of a nightmare for Perez. Didn't start amazingly well, and it only went downhill for him after that. Collision with Ricciardo dropped him completely out of contention. Bad race for Russell. That early crash just did so much damage to his car. Again, should have been pulled in, should have been retired, but for whatever reason the AI just keeps cars out when they have no business being on track. Max crashing out, huge for us. Albon and Magnussen coming together. Magnussen hitting Albon and then destroying both cars in the wall in the process. Let's take a look at the drivers' standings. Freddie regains top spot in the Drivers' Championship by 4 points. He is now our championship leader in the drivers again, and Felipe closes up to just 2 points behind Max. It's getting very close at the top now. 3 drivers within 6 points of each other. A bit of a gap now to Perez. He is 14 points back, again without him scoring any points. Hamilton stays 5th, Bottas stays 6th, Norris stays 7th, Leclerc stays 8th, but they do all gain some points, and the gaps between them kind of change and chop a little bit. Big gain for Norris in terms of points on Bottas, bringing him back into contention, and it does put him a point further away from Charles Leclerc. In the Constructors' Championship, you see it's 16 points gained over Aston Martin. We go from a 2-point lead to an 18-point lead. That is huge. That's fantastic news. McLaren gets some good points. That pulls them away from Mercedes. Ferrari actually managed to chip in a few points this time round. That gives them a little bit more of a cushion over Alpine, but they're still a long way off Mercedes. And I think Ferrari are probably on for just 5th place this season. I think the order you're looking at here, bar maybe Red Bull and Aston Martin, is the final standings for the end of the season. I can't see any teams really changing position, as I say, apart from us and Red Bull. I don't think McLaren have got the pace to really do anything other than fight for 3rd. Mercedes, I don't think have got enough of a car to actually compete for points consistently with McLaren. Ferrari are nowhere. They're 15 points off the back of Mercedes and 23 points off the back of McLaren. Maybe Alpine might get Ferrari, maybe. We'll see, but I think that is probably championship order, apart from our fight with Red Bull. So, development point for Freddie. He had an eventful race. Exceptional was his ranking at the end there. 17 overtakes, 6 defences, 22 failed overtakes, 2 failed defences. Very, very good fight back considering the nightmare start he had. Spinning very, very early on, and then spinning a few laps later, having recovered 3 places and losing all that progress and dropping to the back of the queue again. Really benefiting from that safety car. Felipe was just supreme, absolutely supreme this race. Very little to do on track, only 3 overtakes, 1 defence, 7 failed overtakes, 1 failed defence. He just controlled his pace and the race beautifully. He attacked when he needed to, was patient when he needed to be, and didn't put a foot wrong all weekend. Very, very proud of Felipe there. We achieved our sponsor goals, that's another 4.9 mil in the bank. And we now have our mid-season board review, and if this isn't glowing, something is very, very wrong. Target position for the season is 4th, we are currently in 1st. Target was to score podiums in 25% of this season's races. We have already done 150% of that target, with 9 races instead of out of the 6 needed. That's fantastic, and that was a 2027 target, and we've already achieved that target. Brilliant stuff. Team rating hasn't changed, I don't think. Board confidence is high. We get a nice little extra 1.5 mil. And both of our drivers have a point to spend now. So let's go ahead and spend those points. Let's give Freddie a cornering boost. Felipe might boost his accuracy. It is a little low. Yeah, let's give him a little extra boost in his accuracy. It won't really do a huge amount, but you know, every little helps. No point for Isaac. His development's really going to slow down in this closing stage of the season. Do we have points for our staff? No, 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 and no. How's our pit crew looking? Front and rear jacks are improving. That's good. How far away are we from our next facility upgrade? Still 50 days away. Ooh. Okay, so that's going to be after the next ATR period. All our staff facilities are in working order. Operationally, weather centre is in the middle of a refurb. That'll be done in time for Spa. Helipad's going to need a refurb before we get to Spa, I think. Everything else is fine. 33.5 mil in the bank. That is glorious. Do we need to change anything with our car parts? Don't think we damaged anything. Nope, everything's good. So, let us advance some time. Let's see. Projects. We've got a new chassis, a new front wing coming for the next Grand Prix, and then side pods for the Grand Prix after that. Let's advance time to get these 2 parts done. There we go, there's the chassis. Let's take a look at how that's going to affect the car. It's not going to give us any major boosts, but it will give us little bits of improvement to medium and high speed cornering. Very important for the next circuit to boost the high speed performance, even if it's minutely. It is going to have a better effect on our dirty air performance and a little bit of a boost to our engine cooling. Remember the demo? Yes, thank you, Mr. Water. And it will give us a slight boost to our top speed as well. So that's going to be quite handy. Let's go ahead and make some of those. Can I get 3 in time for the Grand Prix? If I rush them, yes. Let's go ahead and rush 3 of those. Front wing is coming. I can't really do an underfloor without points, or a rear wing. Front wing is being worked on, I think, right now. So I can't do a front wing yet. Let's have a look at maybe another suspension. Can we get something out of the suspension? Looks like we can. We might, if we're lucky, squeeze this in. No, we won't. We won't. We might squeeze it in for Zandvoort, though. So that will boost our acceleration. It will give us a nice boost to our brake cooling. Our low speed cornering will get a nice little boost. Our dirty air performance will get low and medium boosts in particular. High speed will get a little bit of a tweak as well. Actually quite a nice little tweak. Okay, yeah. How long will that take? 29 days. Is that going to be in time for Zandvoort? Not quite, but it will be in time for Monza. So, yeah. There we go. And that is, I think, our final minor suspension. It is. So, that's our final suspension period. We can't do any more suspension upgrades this season. So, we have remaining two minor chassis, but I don't know if we can get much more out of a chassis without ours. Maybe we can. We've got one major, one minor front wing, two minor rear wings, but without ours, we can't really improve the rear wing. So basically, we've got no rear wing projects left this season. We've got one major and one minor side pod, and we've got two minor floors. But again, without ours, we basically don't have any floor upgrades either. So effectively, we've only got two minor chassis upgrades, a major and a minor floor upgrade that we can bring, and a major and a minor side pod upgrade that we can bring for the rest of the season. That's it, because the other parts are too good to the point where, you know, putting on a new part without any hours is actually going to be detrimental to the car's performance in terms of reducing drag and making it faster. It'll give us a little bit more downforce in the corners, which we don't need. We need to reduce the drag, improve the cooling, etc. So okay. There is the warning about the helipad. Let's go ahead and refurb that now. There we go. Telling us about Jack Crawford again. They really want us to sign Jack Crawford. I mean, he's a talented driver. It doesn't surprise me that they keep pushing him. But, I mean, how many times have we been told about Jack Crawford this season alone? It's got to be like 4 times now, I think. Helipad is refurbed. Front wing is almost done. There it is. So, 7 days away. We want 4. I think. If we rush them, we can get 3 before and then 1 on qualifying day. So let's go ahead and do that. Haven't even seen how much of an improvement that's going to give our car yet. Let's have a look. That's going to improve our downforce. It's going to give us... Wait, there we go. It's not going to give us a speed boost, but it is going to give us a braking boost. And it will give us a little gain on our cornering performance as well. How good is our rear wing? I think we put hours in that one, so that was looking like it's a big gain. So I don't think we can improve our front wing without hours. We've got, let's say, a couple of projects left. Oh, yeah, we could get an improvement without hours, but it wouldn't be huge. Probably wouldn't be worth it. So let's see what we can do with the chassis. Oh, that we can definitely improve. Again, just give us that little bit of better cooling for our engine. A slight improvement to our DRS and straight line top speeds. That will take 5 days, 28 days. Not in time for Monza. It will be in time for Singapore, though. Yep, let's do it. So there we go. Minor chassis done. We've got 1 minor chassis remaining for the rest of the season. And because this is our final season, we're not bothering with research for next year. So we don't have to worry about that. Just going to give him a reaction boost. There we go. How close are we to points for our other drivers? Not close enough to get another point for Freddie. Felipe's a long way off. But Freddie's close. Shame he's not quite going to make it. We do now have a point for Ben. Let's boost his pit crew management there. Scouting results are in. There we go. Weather center refurb is done. Let's get those new parts on the car before we end the stream. Chassis is done. We get to race prep. So let's build the car and see where we stand in terms of performance with these upgrades compared to the inevitable upgrades that the rest of the grid is going to be bringing. There we go. We're on the right rear wing, aren't we? Yes, we are. Side pods. We're on the most recent spec of side pods, as we are with underfloors. Suspension. And we're on the new spec of suspension as well. So that's where our car sits. So let's see. What do we look like in terms of performance against the grid? Good. We look good. We've got good speed. Acceleration taking a slight hit against some of the competition. But our DRS remains where it was. Our cornering performance remains very strong. We've got a really good chance of being quick here at this next Grand Prix. Let's have a look. Have Ferrari managed to improve their car significantly? For Spa? Not really. I mean, their medium and high speed performance is improved, and that's certainly going to help them. But their speed hasn't really improved. Their DRS is still rubbish. Their top speed's still nowhere. I mean, they'll be there or thereabouts, but they won't be a big threat. Let's see what McLaren are looking like. Oh, McLaren's speed looks like it might have taken a little bit of a hit. And they're going to struggle, actually, in this Grand Prix, I think. Looking at their high-speed cornering performance, both clean and dirty, this entire circuit, bar 2 corners, is high-speed corners. So it's either flat-out straights or high-speed corners. So, yeah, I think McLaren could struggle at Spa. I really do. It's going to be Mercedes and Red Bull, I think we have to watch out for in this one. Mercedes, oh, actually, their speed's not great. They do have decent high-speed performance. Their DRS isn't good, though. And their top speed's not good. That's going to hurt them. Alright, let's see the inevitable. Red Bull looking mighty fast. They have pipped us on, a little bit on the acceleration now. DRS is better than ours. Their high-speed performance is strong in clean and dirty air. Medium is average. Low speed's poor. So we've got a chance of actually being able to jump them on track, coming out of the bus stop onto the start-finish straight, and then out of the La Source hairpin into the downhill stretch towards Eau Rouge. We've definitely got potential to at least get into a good position for an overtake down the Camel Straight if we can't get them going up the hill. So yeah, I'm fairly confident about our chances for Spa, and that will be tomorrow night's race. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's stream. If you have, please consider dropping a like, and I will see you with some more F1 Manager very soon.